Are you a new golfer just getting into the game of golf? Well, this video is for you. I'm going to show you the 3 biggest mistakes that I see new players make that you can hopefully learn, understand, and avoid to ensure that you get the most out of your game, you improve the fastest, and you enjoy it the most. Let's get stuck in. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Kerrod Gray here today on the range at Joondalup Resort, and today I'm going to show you the 3 biggest mistakes that I see new players make when they first come and pick up a golf club. They go to the range, they go and play with their buddies. All too common, I see players get frustrated because of these big 3, and I'm going to walk you through step by step and help you hopefully avoid the frustrations that come as a result. Before we get into it, please go down, click subscribe, click that little bell so you get notified of all the videos coming your way just like this. And also, regardless of your skill level, I am available for online coaching through a great app called Skillest. I'll post a link down below. If you want personalized prescribed drills and exercises relative to the faults in your golf swing, well, I can give you the fixes. That's what I'm here for. Send me your swings and I'll give you some actionable advice straight back to your inbox to really help you get headed in the right direction. All right, in today's lesson, we're talking about the 3 biggest mistakes that beginner golfers make when they first pick up a golf club. Now, all 3 of these tips, they are conceptual. These are an understanding of how the golf club needs to be used, how we need to swing in the direction of our target to give ourselves the best chance of hitting some reasonable golf shots. And at the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do. We don't need to aim for perfect as long as we're striking the ball in some sort of reasonable manner with the speed relative to the target and controlling our start line, curvature, and trajectory. Well, we're well on our way to improving as golfers. So the first of these, and one of the biggest mistakes that I see players make, is they don't have an understanding of how a golf club is designed to be used. Now, most other sports, for example, let's say we're trying to hit it up in the air, we would tend to have some sort of an ascending strike to the ball. If you think about tennis, if you want to hit it up, you would tend to swing up. Baseball, all very similar. In golf, however, the golf club is designed and built to work in a different fashion. We have 2 angles. We've got the shaft angle and we've got the face angle. This thing right here, this is what helps the golf ball get up in the air. Believe it or not, one of the biggest misconceptions in golf is that you need to help the ball up in the air. In golf, what we're looking for is what we call a descending blow on the golf ball. Whenever you watch TV, you see your favorite player, they'll get what's called a divot. A divot occurs after the golf ball where the club descends down into the grass. It looks something like this, where we strike the ball. That right there, that is going to lead to what's called compression, and that's how you get the most out of the golf club, striking in the center with a descending blow. Now, how do we go about that? Well, very simply put, it is simply just at this stage here for beginner golfers, getting a feeling and an understanding of learning how to get that club brushing down in front of the golf ball. I like to put a stick down on the ground, just place it, for simplicity's sakes, right in the center of the stance, place the ball in line with it, and then just make some small swings, just trying to brush the ground in front over and over. Once you're able to do so at a slow speed, you can simply just up the speed from there, ensuring that you're always focusing on hitting the ground after where the golf ball lay. You then convert that into a shot, and we can see that we get the ball first, ground second, like I showed you before, and that'll give you some compression and distance off the face. The second mistake that we see the beginner golfer make is a misunderstanding of that it is a golf swing, not a golf hit. What does that mean? Well, a golf swing would mean that we are moving this golf club and sending the momentum and the energy of that golf club in the direction of where we want to go. Far too often, players are so focused on the ball on the ground, they make their backswing from the top of the swing, they go straight down into the ball, thinking that is their outcome. Now, the ball's on the ground, yes, that's what we want to hit, but our target is down there in the distance. That's where we want to send our ball. We're simply making a swing and the ball is getting in the way. And the reason this is such a valuable and important skill to develop is our body is going to react to the instructions that we give it. So if I'm setting up to the golf ball, I'm looking at this and I go, okay, all I need to do is strike the golf ball. The quickest route from the top of the swing is straight down into that thing. And that's going to give us what's called an out to in, very choppy motion. We're going to hit the ground too much. Otherwise, we're going to stand up, top the ball, and we're really not making a swing in the direction of the target. So the way that we rectify this as a beginner is simply just getting an understanding that through the golf ball, we need to feel that we're getting a swinging motion, that the energy of the golf club is heading out towards the target in which we want to send the golf ball. Back in the day, old school instruction used to have this big wide open field. They used to give players a golf club and they would actually get them to throw the golf club down the driving range. Now, certainly not something I recommend doing it at your local public driving range here, but what we would see with players that do this, if you've ever seen someone let go of a club on a driving range, you'll tend to notice that that golf club moves way up and over their shoulder, flies down in that direction there. And the main reason being is they're trying to release the energy at the wrong point, and they're generally trying to swing too much down into the ball at the moment of impact rather than swinging towards the target. If you think about any other motion, tennis, baseball, you are simply swinging through the shot at your target. You are not swinging at the ball. Even though we are hitting the ball, that is not all our focus. We need to ensure that whenever we do it, we're making this powerful swing at the target. So that's concept number 2. The last one, and one of the big focus points that I like to stress to all players, no matter what level they are, is the importance of the small things. The small things, well, that's grip, stance, ball position, posture. Far too often, when recreational golfers are practicing, they'll hit a golf ball from here, then they'll pull another one out, they'll knock their bucket over from there, the next one's gonna come over in this direction here, then they hit it from there, and before you know it, there's an absolute minefield of divots. Now, with the professional, for that amount of golf balls that you see down on the ground, that could take a good couple of hours. And the main reason being is they are very intentional about the way that they go and practice. Most amateur golfers are just here to exercise. They're hitting ball after ball after ball after ball. And what we do need to understand, what we do need to implement into our game is some effective practice strategies, because golf is played out on a golf course. You might hit a golf ball once every 5 minutes. Most players are hitting 5 golf balls a minute, and it just gets them into such a state where they're tense and tight, they get frustrated, and then at the end of the day, they leave and they've really just exercised and practiced their bad habits without actually understanding what they need to do to get better. So when we are on the driving range, setting up a practice station such as this, I've got 2 alignment sticks down. I've got one which is set out for the direction of my target, and I've got one set out for my ball position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create this T-square here. We put the ball at the end of that, and that just allows me to then at least have some consistency with where I'm setting up. I've got the ball position in the same spot. I know I'm aligned in the same spot. Even just taking a couple of seconds to make sure that the golf club is sitting where my hands naturally hang from my shoulders. All those things there, they make a massive difference. You can make a great golf swing with a poor ball position or alignment, hit a terrible shot, assume it's something to do with your swing, where at the end of the day, it could be really simple and just be based around one of these really elementary setup fundamentals that if you spent a little bit of time focusing on, you'll be so surprised how consistent your ball striking can get as a result. So there you have it. They are the 3 big mistakes that I see beginner golfers make. They don't have an understanding of how the golf club needs to work. They swing at the ball rather than the target, and then they don't appreciate the importance of doing the small things well, just like the professional does. Take your time when you practice. Make sure your ball position, your stance, your posture, your alignment, they're all in check each and every shot. It's what the best players in the world do, and you as a beginner golfer making your way through the game, if you don't want to get frustrated and you want to improve in the fastest period of time, well, these 3 strategies can help massively with improving your enjoyment. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you are a beginner, intermediate or advanced, I've got a whole bunch of videos on my channel pertaining specifically to a wide range of subjects on the channel. I've got various playlists there, so you can always check them out. Also, I am about to launch a membership website. There's going to be over 200 premium videos in there pertaining to all different types of subjects of golf. So whether you're a beginner, intermediate or advanced, there is going to be something for you. It's going to be a really low price point, and I'm excited to get that out to you so you can help you improve from there. As always, if you've got any questions, please ask me below. But until next time, I'm Kerrod Gray. Thanks for watching.